Hi guys, we've got some breaking news from Russia, and no, this is not about the Russia-Ukraine conflict. There's some breaking news from Kamchatka, Russia. There was a powerful magnitude 7 earthquake that has rocked this region. So this is a major one. And this earthquake did strike at a depth of around 29 kilometers, which is still considered relatively shallow. So what happened? Right after the earthquake, the Shiveluch Volcano did erupt. So isn't this great? You already have to deal with a magnitude 7 earthquake, and then also a volcano erupts because of that. That is scary, and we had a warning about this in Japan as well, where also because of a bigger earthquake, Mount Fuji could erupt. And you know, let's consider the west coast of the US and Canada. That's the Pacific Ring of Fire, basically with fault lines and volcanoes right along the coast. So that is quite scary if we think about this, because we see here in Russia, we see live what can happen, what an earthquake like this can do. So the Shiveluch volcano did erupt, and that's not all. The 7.0 magnitude quake was followed by several, not one, several significant aftershocks, including 2 aftershocks that had the magnitude 5.1. So it has been rattling there quite a bit. And let's talk a little bit about that volcano there that erupted. So Shiveluch is one of the most active volcanoes in the world, and it seems, since it is so active, it took the opportunity, right? Oh, something's rumbling. Hey, let me join the party, so to speak. So it sits on a peninsula that is called the Kamchatka Peninsula, that is part of the famous Pacific Ring of Fire. You see it here in the map where this earthquake is located, and you can also compare it where the 7 magnitude earthquake that just rattled Japan is located here in this area. So because it is located at the Pacific Ring of Fire, this region is definitely no stranger to seismic and volcanic activity. But what happened today, we can say that is truly intense, right? This big earthquake with aftershocks, and then the volcano comes erupting as well. So Shiveluch is a massive stratovolcano. It is very tall. It stands at 3,200 meters. So this is really a big mountain, and it is known that it causes explosive eruptions. So after the earthquake, what happened? The volcano started to send an ash plume out of its crater, and it really did send a massive ash plume as high as 8 kilometers right high into the sky. That is over 5 miles high. So that is significant. And it, you know, we can say, yeah, that's an ash plume, but this isn't just smoke. This is volcanic ash, and that can be extremely dangerous. So when a volcano like Shiveluch erupts, it poses serious risks. So we know that these ash clouds can spread over vast areas. They don't stay local. And then these clouds, as we've seen in Iceland, they can disrupt air travel, for example. They can damage aircraft engines and can cause flights, best case scenario, to be canceled or rerouted. So this is the one part, but also for the people that are living nearby these volcanoes, it's even more concerning, because especially this Shiveluch volcano is close to several small towns. So the nearest settlement, it's called Kliuchi, is only 50 kilometers away. That's not far if you think about a volcano. So that's, if you want to convert it into miles, that's only 30 miles away. And of course, since this is a very active volcano, the residents in these areas are of course used to volcanic activity, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous for them. So because of all what happened, the authorities are on high alert and evacuation plans may already be in place. The scientists are closely monitoring the situation, and they have a special response team on site to monitor everything. It's called the Kamchatka Volcanic Eruption Response Team. So what they're doing is they're now using satellite images and ground observations, and they're using this to find out what is going on. Is there more to come, or is it just remaining what we've seen right now? So because you can't just generalize this. Every eruption is unique, and this Shiveluch volcano is no exception from this. So even if it erupts more often, it can always be different. So this volcano has a long history of eruptions, and a very, very significant, or one of the most significant eruptions happened in 1964. So that was when this massive eruption caused part of this volcano to collapse. So that's never a good thing. So it has sent pyroclastic flows, hot gas, and volcanic matter down the slopes because it was collapsing. So these are deadly, deadly forces that are coming down the sides of this massive volcano at incredible speeds. If you're watching my channel, you might have seen what's happening on Stromboli when all the volcanic material and the rocks, the lava, the ashes comes down. It's called the slide of fire on the side of the volcano. We also had some parts breaking off and then slide down there. But imagine a massive, massive volcano that is as tall as this one here in Russia. That's a whole different ball game if something collapses and comes down there. So we have to be very, very careful, because this volcano can be deadly and these landslides can move at incredible speeds. So we have to see if today's eruption will cause similar effects and landslides like we have seen in 1964. So right now the volcano is still active. It's still doing something. The eruption continues with ash clouds filling the sky. So it's not over yet. The volcanologists are watching for any signs of escalation. So whether this thing is getting stronger or will it hopefully calm down again. But what they're saying is more eruptions could follow from this volcano, because this 7.0 magnitude earthquake and its aftershocks might have triggered more activity. And they're saying Shiveluch is unpredictable, and I find this scary for everyone that lives on the US West Coast. I have to say that, because here in Russia, right before our eyes, we see something unfolding that could unfold on the West Coast as well. I mean, Shiveluch is very active, yeah, but the West Coast is waiting for magnitude 9 if the Cascadia Fault erupts. So that is even way, 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 way more force than a 7. So this could trigger volcanoes like Mount Baker, Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, Mount Hood, and many others that are along these areas. And we know there's Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia, Portland, all these areas, Bellingham, Mount Baker, right? So there is densely populated areas around these volcanoes. And we know where the lava might flow, especially if you're in the Olympia, Tacoma, Graham area. There could lava flows coming down your way. So what's next? What's coming for this volcano? I will monitor this for you guys, and I hope you're interested in this. And if you are, please help me to push this video out a little bit. Share it with your friends, like it, leave me a comment, and of course, if you're new here, subscribe. And if you're bored, check out my other videos in the end screen. We're waiting for another potential threatening eruption in Iceland that could threaten Grindavik, destroy Grindavik and other valuable infrastructure. Kampifligri is rumbling. There's so much going on. California, many scientists are saying something big is coming, so I'll keep you updated about that as well. So guys, thanks for watching. I see you very soon. I have to say it again. Be prepared and stay safe, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.